And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Maxey Hall for this Saturday afternoon edition of women's hockey here. The Potsdam Bears will be facing off against the Chatham Cougars. This is the second game of the weekend. The Bears came away last night with a shootout victory. It will go in the records as a tie, but if it was league play, the shootout would have more of a meaning than in an exhibition game. But just coming through with that exhibition thing, with the shootout, as it were, is just kind of a way of keeping the system of play going. But again, it was a good effort last night by the Bears. They had to come from behind twice to get that tie and be able to get to overtime. We went into 3-on-3 in the overtime, 5 minutes, didn't get a success out of that. So went a couple of rounds in the shootout finally before we were able to get that shootout victory. Victoria Prue would get the first goal for the Bears. Chatham would tie it, and then it was Isabel Boyd who would end up getting the eventual game winner in that shootout. The goal scoring last night had Chelsea Clark would get on the board for the Cougars. She had the first goal of the game. Jalen Castro would get the first of two, and she would tie the game, but then it would be Lily Schmier who would put the Cougars up by one again, but then Castro would come back and tie it. That's the way it stayed through the third period and then through the overtime. A reminder here tonight that this is the face-off against cancer. The Don Lisselman Foundation will be the beneficiary of that, so the Bears are in their special fighting cancer jerseys, the purple jerseys. And so we're excited about this opportunity here this afternoon to recognize the challenge in the fight against that deadly disease. It's going to be a good contest today. Obviously, a tie on the books last night, so we'll be looking forward to having this contest here, and the victor would go away with the winning of the weekend. We're going to take and just step aside just a little bit as the national anthems will be played just prior to the start of the game. We're going to have a special puck drop this afternoon. Megan Mills, who is a cancer survivor, plays for the Bears. Number 22 is going to be out there and being acknowledged at center ice. Going to have a ceremonial acknowledgement of her fight and her recovery. And there's going to be an official puck drop here. They're going to need a puck, I believe. Meg Mills and Liv McTavish, the two on the official face-off here, had a nice photo op at center ice. A couple of more pictures here before we get going. And great situation there to acknowledge this fight against this deadly disease. Megan Mills, the leader on this team, has done a great job over the years, and her tenacity on the ice is nothing short of what her tenacity has been in that battle. But all of that being said, the Bears are coming into this game at the 5-6-2 record. And 1-2-1 in the conference. This is going to be their Bears are looking forward to a better start than they had last night. A couple of fluky goals in that first period really got the Bears, I think, kind of rattled, and they had to really fight to gain their confidence, even though they put 20 shots on the goaltender last night, and she will be in the goal again this afternoon. That was Morgan Miller. She saw, I believe, over 46 shots last night in that contest. So Bears will be out there. Starting tonight, Tegan Konishnik will be centering Megan Mills and Josie Purdy. Also out there for the Cougars will be Liv McTavish and Chelsea Clark and Willow Roberts on the wings. And we're off and running here on the face-off. The Bears will take the ice and dump that puck in. Trying to establish a forecheck here. Get a little bit more pressure in the early going. Puck is turned over, and it's the Cougars that are breaking away. McTavish comes down the left-hand side. Chatham, the Cougars are out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They make the long trip up here. Nice afternoon start. We'll hopefully get them home at a reasonable time here, weather being as it is. Bears getting the puck close to being out. It's kept in. Puck in the corner now. Bears have control of it. Coming up now with the puck is being dumped in. And that was Rachel Kane that dumped the puck in and being held on to by the goaltender, Morgan Miller. Don't believe that was a shot on goal. So, Alicia Marandola will be out there with Jalen Castro, Rebecca Kane on this face-off. Jalen Castro, leading goal scorer for the Bears, had 2 last night. Puck just goes under the stick of Clifford. She fights her way back and gets the control of the puck. A little bit of a high stick here got the attention of Clifford. That was off the Alsop's stick, but no call. So the face-off will come down into the into the Cougar zone on the icing call. This is going to be to the right of Miller. Marandola on the face-off for the Bears. That'll be a face-off win. Taking the puck out, looking out in front, almost a redirect off a Cougar skate. Jessica Bullock out there along with Elise Clifford on the blue line for the Bears. In the corner with it now, the Cougars look to break out. Puck through the neutral zone, that's knocked down by the Bears. Here comes Bullock. She's got some good ice. Looking for a drop pass. That's going to be a penalty here on number 77 for the Cougars, knocking down Jalen Castro. That's going to be Isabella Alsop who will take that call. So the Bears on the early power play here, off to a little bit of a slow start as they try to find their legs after this short break. Overtime period last night, and here we are in an afternoon game. I think the Bears have one power play marker on the year here, looking to improve on that statistic. As the puck comes out, Jelena will have it and dump that puck back in. Bears with control, makes an errant pass. That's going to be an icing. I don't know why that wasn't an icing call, quite frankly, but it's going to be, well, that's Castro that got the penalty. I'm not sure what happened there. So it is going to be, it's going to be the Cougars that are on the power play right now. There's going to be another penalty called here. And this is going to be Marandola, I believe. Just taking a look here to make sure. Bears in these purple jerseys here tonight. That just seemed like an odd penalty. I did not see that on the first call. I had Alsop going off as she initiated the contact. Not quite sure what that was all about, in my opinion. But that's going to be Clifford that goes off on the penalty now. Apparently with a timeout now, as we have 17:35, off to a pretty slow start here. The Bears will be back in action next week here on Friday and Saturday as they face Oswego in a Sunyak Conference game at 3 o'clock Friday afternoon. And Canton will be in on Saturday at 3 p.m. in the afternoon as well. The men's team will be playing SUNY Canton on Friday night. That will be a 7 o'clock start time. The men played last night down in Saratoga, Skidmore, and came up considerably on the short end of a 7-0 beating by Skidmore. Bears, they're in Plattsburgh tonight looking to get back on the game. So face-off is going to be to the left of goaltender Magali Perrant. She's been the primary starter in the Bears net here. Kunkelman would now have it. This is a 5-on-3 situation. Moving the puck around. Bears passive in their triangle, if you will, in their penalty kill. Skating with the puck is Alsop. She's going to drop it back to Kunkelman, who will go to the far side, looking for the one-timer. That was fanned on. Kunkelman will have a keep there on the point. Alsop under Alsop's stick. Wiley with it, back to Kunkelman. She'll move it over to Mueller. Mueller with it, walking in, getting some ice, collapsing in. Shot, save. 43 seconds to go in the first penalty for the Bears. Mueller with it, high on the umbrella. Moving it around, steered away. That shot was by Magali Perrant. Good possession by the Cougars now as they look to get it. Lost control of it. Kunkelman with it and moves it across to Alsop. She'll take the ice around the face-off dot to the left-hand side. Shot, that's blocked. Bears will clear. 12 seconds to go in the first power play. In the first penalty. Josie Purdy comes out along with Victoria Prue and Amara Edwards for the Bears on the kill. Puck is dumped in. Edwards will get it, try to get the puck. She'll go along the weak side. That'll be kept in by McTavish here. The first penalty is over, and so 23 seconds to go. Now we have a penalty against the Cougars. That's going to be an interference call on number 28. I believe that is Roberts who will be going off there. Yeah, that's Willow Roberts on the interference call. Face-off will go way back into the Bears zone. That's going to be to the left of Miller. Bears will win the face-off with it, and that's Kane has it. It's 4-on-4 for the next 15 seconds before the Bears will have a power play shot. Gave Miller some trouble. There was a rebound in there. Opportunity for Whiteside there briefly. Whiteside with it, moves it back to Rachel Kane, looking for Rebecca. She tips it and goes in. Power play now for the Bears for 1 minute and 16 seconds. Possession down there, looking to come back to the point. Bears got a full change. Prue has it now. Puck has moved it back. Prue up on top, gets the puck across. Going to take the shot from the point. Rebound, save initially, rebound into the slot area. Jane Gamberg had a stick on it but couldn't finish it off. Over to Rachel Kane. Prue has it. Shot towards the net, directed off to the side. Kane will go in, pinching in. Victoria Prue has it now. Shot from the top of the face-off circle. Rebound, saved by Miller. Looks to be up to her business as she was last night. Very steady in the goal. With 35 seconds to go, she was able to make the initial save and get down with that glove and hold on for the face-off. 35 seconds to go in the power play for the Bears. Bears need another player out there, and out will come Rebecca Kane. She'll be over on the left point here. Puck will come back. She ends up with it. Over to Victoria Prue. Back to Prue. Looking for a one-timer. That hits Clifford in front. She's in front of the net. One-timer. Castro had an open net but couldn't find the handle on that one-time shot. Puck is back to the point now. Victoria Prue with it. One time, a little give and go. Prue takes the shot in front. Opportunity. Save was made. Rebound was there. Bears couldn't find it. Now we're back to even strength hockey. 13:51 to go in the first period. Still no score. Prue will take it. A lot of action in front of goaltender Miller. She was able to locate the puck, even though the puck did not make it all the way to her. Shot there, directed and tipped wide. Back to the point to Clifford. Clifford will take the shot. That's deflected over top of the goal, and it ends up on the back of the net. Held on. Face-off is going to be to the right of goaltender Morgan Miller. Bears will send out Olivia Visco along with Jane Ganberg and Sophia Lees. Bears have more of a full lineup here tonight. Visco and Lees were not in the lineup last night for whatever reason. So there's 4 solid lines here for the Bears. Alsop on the pressure. Bears are able to clear the zone. Bratton has it. She dumps the puck into the far corner. Jessica Bullock in there trying to get control of the puck. It's back to the point, D to D. Shot towards the net is gloved by the Bears goaltender Magali Perrant. Like a shortstop, got that glove on it initially. Face-off is to her left. Clark is out there for the face-off. This is the McTavish line for the Cougars. Face-off win and a shot right off the face-off. Got to mark up better than that on that face-off. She had that shot without any challenge to her, really. Bears will get a change. It'll be the Whiteside unit coming out now. Coralie Paradis out there along with Isabel Boyd. Bears will take the line, dump the puck in. Puck goes all the way around the boards. Being contested there below the goal line. Bears have a good forecheck. Clifford stays up on it, forces the play. Nice job forcing the play in the neutral zone. Opportunity there for Boyd. She just missed poking the puck past the defender. Puck steered to the side. Clifford goes to a reverse. Edwards will have it. She's going to be calling that. That's going to be an icing call now, as we have 12:03 to go. Still no score here in the first period. The unit out there for the Bears, just making sure here, looks to me to be, that's going to be the Whiteside unit with Paradis and Boyd. They're staying out there for this defensive end face-off. Whiteside on the face-off. That's going to be a face-off win by the Bears. Kept in at the point. Good work by Chatham, as the puck will come up on the sidewall. Bears looking for a breakout. Loda will give chase to it. Bears will reverse, come over onto the weak side and up. Kept into the point. Bears will gather it in again and come out. Wide ice pass by Clifford. Just misses the mark to Mills. Wide ice pass here. Nice look in the middle. Couple three-way passing there. Black had a chance. Taken off the puck by a good solid play there by the Bears. D to D, neutral zone. Bears will take it and dump it in. Kane will go D to D to Prue. Puck is tipped. No icing called here, as the puck was touched in the neutral zone. Back to Rachel Kane. She'll take a shot, and that's gloved by Miller. Not a lot of really challenging shots here in the early going. A couple perhaps on the power play. A little bit of a slower tempo than we saw as the game progressed last night. We're expecting here, I'm sure, the adrenaline will get going here just a little bit. Again, a short night for these guys. Shot from the point. That's blocked, knocked in. Kane will keep it in the corner. Out in front, bounces over the stick of Castro. Not a good, didn't get a lot on that shot, kind of fluttered above the goal crossbar. In the corner now with it, the Bears have it. Back to the point. Prue will take it. That's knocked down. She will keep it in on a good solid play. And here comes Alsop down the left-hand side, but that's going to be gathered in by Rachel Kane. Nice stretch pass. Touch pass attempted through the neutral zone. Could not connect. Wide pass to Castro. She will come in with it. She had 2 goals last night. The second was a beauty. Backhand play coming out of the corner, just found the roof on that goal to tie the game in that second period. Face-off is going to be to the left of goaltender Morgan Miller. Face-off by Jane Gamberg out there along with Olivia Visco and I believe Sophia Lees, yes. Puck is in the corner, kept in. I tell you, the Chatham has done a nice job in the slot area. Bears have been able to keep possession of the puck and get some good passes around the perimeter. But when the shot gets over towards the slot area and in that good goal-scoring area, good defensive play, good active sticks have been able to keep the rebounds away from the Bears. Chatham will break out now. Roberts couldn't get by Jessica Bullitt. That's dumped in by the Bears' Sophia Lees. Paradis now giving chase on the forecheck. It's kept in. That's Whiteside just going off. It's just going off her skate. Isabel Boyd is out there now as well. Victoria Prue wants to come up to the wall. Kind of went off her stick, so she decided to reverse it to Edwards. Edwards over towards Whiteside. Good forecheck now by the Cougars of Chatham, but the Bears were able to keep the puck away from goaltender Magali Perrant. Puck is dumped in again. This will be Mar Edwards that will go with it, making a good exit pass. Tip pass to Paradis could not be controlled. Shot is steered to the side by Magali Perrant. Pass over on the far side now finds Isabel Boyd. She will dump it in and come off for a change. 7:54 to go in the first period, still no score. Whiteside in behind the net, out to Josie Purdy. Mills will force the play in the corner as the Cougars are able to attempt to exit. They didn't get the puck out of the zone. Good forecheck by Mills. Coming in there, that's Jessica Bullock with it, looking for an opportunity out in front. That hit a skate and was steered to the side by Miller. Good solid play there by the Cougars as Breton would take the zone and offer opportunities there on the forecheck. That was Haley Bratton from Albuquerque, New Mexico. She will be on the face-off now. Mueller and Alsop. Wide wing pass now. Jalen Castro coming down. She's got some room, and she brought a good shot. That was steered to the side. Elise Clifford kept the puck in momentarily. Good work there. Here comes Rebecca Kane. Shot, quick shot, steered to the side by Miller. Kane has a good head of speed coming in. That is going to be kept in on the boards by Clifford. Again, good work in the slot area. Offsides is going to be called here, as it was Elisa Mirandola that went down awkwardly. She's feeling that, coming off, bent over just a little bit. 6:39 to go in the period. It's the Gamberg line out there, Visco and Lees. A little bit more balance in the lines here tonight. Coach Cook having to move some players around as it was really an incomplete lineup here, so a little bit more steady on the line combinations, at least so far here in the game. Puck is kept in. No, now it's taken out. McTavish has it. Roberts looking for a shot attempt, steered to the corner by Rachel Kane. Bears will get control of it. Cougars with it now. Paradis has it. She's a fine skater. We may comment on her long stride. Look for a pass in the slot area. Nobody home. Clifford had it again. At least Clifford's had a lot of ice time here in the first period. That's a shot from the point. Heavy shot, hit the blocker, steered up in the air. Hard shot from Elise Clifford from the right point. Taylor will have it for the Cougars and dump it in. That's steered off to the side. Tip pass now. Paradis giving chase. Clifford will go back now and get the puck. Come up the sidewall. Made it by the Zamboni door without having a curious bounce there, as you often see here in Maxey Hall. Whiteside with it. Behind the net, loses control. Good forecheck now. Jessica Bullock had the puck briefly and was able to get the puck out. Looking for the wide ice pass here now. Here comes Megan Mills down the left-hand side. Made a nice move. Look for a tip in front. Couldn't quite get it to where she wanted to, either for the pass or the shot. Puck is dumped in. Bears will get a change. 4:16 to go. Still scoreless in this first period. Puck turnover. Castro, a little bit of a move there. tried to get a little bit more space. Alsop would come down and force the play through the neutral zone, but the Bears would gather. And good solid play there by Higgins defensively to keep the puck out of their defensive zone. Aggressive play on the defensive blue line by the defender Higgins. Behind the goal line, reversing the play. Puck comes back to the point. Bullock didn't get a lot on that shot. Puck will be knocked back into the zone. Mara Edwards, the freshman defender from Kingston, Ontario, would reverse it. Puck is coming up to Jalen Castro, makes a move on the blue line. McTavish rides her off. Puck in the corner now. Couldn't be kept in by Kane. Puck is dumped in off to the side. It's freed up. The defender didn't see it for a while. She had her back towards the goaltender. In the slot area, shot. Good save there. That was Sophia Lease that had a clear shot. Puck is held now by Miller. Puck was right on the stick of Sophia Lease, and she had a really nice shot at that. And it was Miller that had to be challenged to make that tough save. Face off to Miller's right. 7:48 to go in the first period, still no score. Teams obviously match up pretty good here, largely on the backs of the goaltenders. In particular, Morgan Miller. Good exit pass now by the Cougars. That's taken down and dumped back in by Gamberg. Grogan would have it, and she'll move it over to the sidewall. Shot from the point is blocked. Back to the point. Kane will hit it. Missed and fanned on it. Here comes Clark in for a quick shot. That I think went off the mask of goaltender Magali Perrant, but nonetheless, it stayed out of the net. Shot back to the point. That's steered to the side. A little bit of a surge here by the Chatham Cougars as the puck was missed on the blue line, resulting in a partial breakaway, but Magali Perrant would make the save off the face mask, I believe. 1:44 to go in the period here. Play through the neutral zone. Bears will go D to D, take the red line, and get the puck in and try to force a forecheck here. Puck comes up the sidewall. Bears will keep the puck in momentarily and continue it. Good look there by Konishnik. Not able to get the puck really low in the zone. No icing called here. Josie Purdy with it now, looking to come back. Megan Mills will dump it deep in the corner into Konishnik. Tegan Konishnik looking to pass the puck to the slot. Good defensive play by the Chatham defender there. As the puck comes out into the neutral zone, Victoria Prue will go to her defensive partner, Elise Clifford. That's kept out, and it's dumped partially into the Potsdam zone. Potsdam will go D to D. Nice control play by the Bears as they break out with a systematic approach here. Going towards the corner with it now is Marandola. Hard work with Marandola. She's taken off the puck. Good solid play, improved play in my opinion from the Chatham defensive zone play. All 5 players inside their zone playing very well positionally. There's going to be an offside call here. There's a delayed call, and this is going to be the end of the first period. And the score will indicate the quality of the play here. I think both teams playing solid defensively, but I will note that the Chatham Cougars are playing in my opinion, an improved defensive end coverage here, especially inside the dots. The Bears seem to be able to be reasonably effective around the perimeter, getting control, forcing the play, oftentimes attempting either a shot and looking for a rebound or a pass into the slot area, but that has been cleaned up rather efficiently by the Chatham Cougars. So we're going to step away here for a couple of minutes, and we'll be back probably in about 12 minutes to give you the statistical report from the first period. So come back and join us here at Maxey Hall. Score at the end of the first period, the Bears nothing and the Chatham Cougars no score. And good afternoon and welcome back here to Maxey Hall for this Saturday afternoon game with the Bears against the Chatham Cougars. Hi, I'm John Horan, and it's my pleasure to be calling the game here this afternoon. A tight one again. Last night we were into a shootout environment before the Bears would get the technical win on the shootout. In the record books it will go as a tie. But nonetheless, we had to go beyond the 3 periods and beyond the extra stanza, and we actually went beyond the first couple of rounds of penalty shots before the eventual game winner was scored by Isabel Boyd. But we have another close contest here this afternoon, as we are tied at 0 here, so there's no scoring to report. And I will report that the shots on goal in the first period had the Bears out shooting the Cougars 12-8. A considerably better effort out of the Chatham Cougars, especially defensively, as last night the Bears were able to put 20 shots on their goal in the first period. So a much improved defensive effort by the Cougars in that first period. 2 penalties by the Bears. Castro would go off for interference. I did not see it that way. I thought it was going to be the Chatham player that would be going off. And then Elise Clifford would go off for body checking. Willow Roberts would go off for interference. And so there were no power plays that were scored in that first period. We're ready to go here for the start of the second period, and the face-off is won by the Cougars. That's Roberts who took the line, and behind the goal line the Bears would get it. Josie Purdy would get control of it and now exit the zone. Puck comes back over there, D to D, high in the defensive zone as the Bears look to gain the line with speed here. That's Megan Mills with control of the puck as she circles the zone, looking to come back to the point. One-time shot. There's a shot on goal. Hits the pipe. One-timer was there. It was Rebecca Kane that had that open net, I believe, and hit the pipe. Shot from the point is going to be held on to by Morgan Miller. Oh, what a glorious opportunity that was. Couldn't finish it off. There was lots of net available that I could see here. Didn't get a lot on the shot, but it eventually did go off the pipe. So the face-off now is going to be taken by Elisa Marandola. She'll be out there with Jalen Castro and Rebecca Kane. Face-off would be won. It's back to Bullock. Bullock will get the puck to Clifford. Clifford had her shot blocked. Marandola with it now. Coming through over on the sidewall. Good work on the reverse. Puck comes to Kane. Kane will try to get it back to the point. She does. Clifford will just dump it back into the corner. Kane has it. Tries to get it back to the point, and that misses. Mueller comes down with it. Moving left to right and then back again. Shot on goal. Shot off to the side. Initial shot and saved by Tarrant. The rebound was there. Actually, the shot went behind her. And 2 good saves there. Offensive surge here by Chatham in the early going of the second period. Have the 2 best goal-scoring opportunities of the day for the Cougars, coming on the backs of the Bears' good scoring opportunity, missed open net. So that's going to be offsides. It's a delayed call. Bears have to tag up as the puck is behind the goal line now. The Cougars will reverse it, looking to come up the sidewall with it. Edwards will go cross ice. Bears will take the shot. That's knocked down. A little bit of a deflection. Boyd back to the point. Edwards with a shot. Screen shot in front. Lots of bodies there. It goes just wide. Into the corner now with it. Reversing the puck to the weak side. The Cougars couldn't get the breakout as the Bears defense pinched in. That was Edwards on the pinch. Isabel Boyd now skating hard behind the goal line. Both players go down heavily. Back to the point now. Shot by Victoria Prue. Shot off to the side. That was Jane Gamberg who had the good goal scoring opportunity, just shot the puck wide. That's going to be an icing call here. Two players went down heavily over in the far corner. Good to see them both be able to come up. Face off to the left-hand side of goaltender Morgan Miller. She was tough to beat last night, and she is tough to beat here today. Again, Magali Perrant on her game here as well. Back to the point, Alsop would have it. Puck is knocked down in front, cleared away. Stingy defense in the front of the net, blocking shots, as we talked about with the Chatham Cougars defensive end play. Gamberg on the forecheck, along with Sophia Lease. There could have been a call. There is going to be a penalty call here. Bears will go on the power play. Better wait and see here before I get ahead of myself a little bit. Missed that first call in the first period here, but that's going to be in truth the player from Chatham going off, number 19, that is Haley Bratton. Bears have the puck. Kane with it. Puck over on the sidewall. Kane shot off the sidewall, kept in by Prue. Couldn't keep it in longer, had it for a while. The Bears have to tag up. Comes over into the neutral zone. Prue will move it through the center of the ice. Clifford now goes to her spot in front of the net. Looking to be a screen shot off to the side of the net. Good quick look there. Back to the point now, off to the side. Hard shot is going to go all the way down the ice. The Bears are going to have to go the full 197 now as Victoria Prue gets the puck back. Puck is knocked away on the forecheck by the Cougars. Bears will take the line. Castro has it now, makes the move. Pressure on the kill there. Castro coming in, solid with the puck. There's a shot. Clicked away, lots of body. The referee loses sight of the puck as Miller will have it and blows the play dead here with 44 seconds to go in the advantage for the Bears. Whiteside's unit will come out with Paradis and Isabel. You see Paradis and Gamberg is going to stay out there on the far side. Face off won by the Bears. Good keep by Rachel Kane. Shot by Gamberg. Good save by Miller. That was a shot from point blank range. She had to get down and block the net. Good solid play here. Complete change here for the Chatham Cougars. Face-off win. Mueller had that face-off win, so back to the point. Jessica Bullock will have it high on the point, moving the puck around the perimeter. A little more aggressive on the PK. That could be a high stick. That's going to be waved off. Looks like the referee was a little indecisive on that. I saw it as a high stick. Nonetheless, it was gathered in by the Bears, negating a call. Shot from the point. That's redirected and knocked down. 3 seconds to go. Shot deflected. Back to even strength now as Alsop will come down. Shot over into the front of the net. Shot and score. Beautiful play by Alsop to find. I'm going to look over there and see who that is. Looks like that's going to be number 10, Kiara Mueller, with that beautiful shot to beat Magali Perron. But it was a nice setup play, nice pass to find Mueller just inside the face-off dot. catching Magali Perron going from her left to her right, but with nothing but net, as the Chatham Cougars will take that first goal lead here in this second period with 14:25 to go. Maybe that'll get the Bears' attention. They still have to find solve the riddle, if you will, of the Morgan Miller. She has just been a game-deciding goaltender here. Bears had to come from behind twice last night to be able to get to that overtime stanza and eventually into the shootout. Face off to the left of goaltender Magali Perron. Bears will win it. They'll rim it. Look for the play to break out. Puck does come out. Mills will give chase along with Purdy. Bears a little bit aggressive there. That's Gamberg on the forecheck. McTavish drops the puck back. They'll take the red line, dump it in. Victoria Prue will go back for it. Reverses, comes back up the strong side. In the corner with it now, Prue. Gamberg with it. Making the pass. There. Bears will exit the zone, but can't get by the defense in the neutral zone with it. Coming with it now, Skylar Grogan had the puck taken off her stick as the play is being forced in there by Sophia Lease, freshman from Whitehorse, Vermont. Along the side wall over by the Zamboni door. Puck is being held up, eventually coming back to the Cougars, and that's dumped in there by Sophia Taylor. Puck went out of play. Face-off will remain inside the Bears zone. Bears down by 1. 12:41 to go in the second period. Goals are hard to come by here this afternoon. The goaltending has been solid. The ice got broken there by the solid goal by Mueller. Good pass setting her up. Bears come through. Here comes Kane. Coming down the left-hand side, goes to the backhand, tried to find Mirandola in the area, either with the rebound or a pass. Shot from the point, heavy shot, booted away. Good blocked shot there. That was 16 Higgins. She felt that. She's off for a change. Good solid play and a good save by Magali Perron as the Bears will exit. Here comes Kane. One-on-one, tried to use the defender as a screen to get the shot away. She did get the shot away, went off the end boards, came back to goaltender Miller, and she was able to hold on for the face-off. Face-off to the right of goaltender Morgan Miller. It's going to be Marissa Whiteside on the face-off along with Boyd and Paradis. Paradis will go to the corner to get the puck. She's taken down on a bit of a trip. Could have been a high stick there. Not seen that way by the official. Edwards will go down for it. She'll follow up, looking for a return pass. Doesn't get it. Paradis will get it. Look for a wide wing pass. That will clear the zone. Dumped back in by Schmier. Good move there. Good head of steam coming now with Whiteside. Taking in the zone, looking for the drop pass. Paradis, another drop pass to Victoria Prue. Prue looking for a shot, couldn't see it. Puck below the goal line. Off to the side, little give and go below the goal line. Passing didn't connect. Puck comes back to the point. Prue will take some ice, gets a shot. That makes it goes wide. Mills Going to the weak side, pinching in will be Prue. She keeps the puck in, but nobody in the slot area as the Bears were in the process of a change. Coming down the ice now, good solid look was Konishnik. Dropped the puck back to Purdy. Purdy will try to get the puck to the corner. Mills over there as well. Kane keeps the puck in. Good work by Rachel Kane at the blue line to keep the puck in the zone. Heavy forecheck now by both Purdy and Mills. Konishnik will look for a defensive play. She gets it high in the slot, dumps it towards the corner. Mills does as well. Purdy goes after it. Higgins takes a hit. Pinching in from the point. Back to the point. Shot from the high in the slot point area was Kane. That was knocked aside. Bears with good zone pressure right now, but not a lot to show for it. Again, staying on the perimeter because of that good defensive play by the Chatham Cougars. Back to the point. Jessica Bullock will take a shot. Lots of bodies in front. That didn't make it to the net as the Cougars will break out. Bullock has it. Bears got caught in a change situation there. Bouncing puck. Shot by the Bears defender. That would have been Rachel Kane. Taylor comes down. Pivots around looking for a trailer. Again, makes a nice poke check. Bears with a pass. Good gap control by the defensive player for Chatham to force the play right at that blue line. Another good play as well. That was Jelena with the play, finding Kane. Rebecca keeps the puck in. Castro along with Gamberg over there. 2-1-2-4 check system now. Pressure in the middle. Bears will have control of it. Over in front in the slot area. Cleaned up nicely by Jelena as the puck comes into the neutral zone. Again, Bears having trouble getting good looks against this improved defensive structure of the Castleton Cougars. Face-off will come all the way back down into the Castleton zone. Again, Fight Cancer Awareness Day here. Bears in their purple jerseys. Face-off, one shot, made it all the way to the net. That shot came off the stick of Prue. Save had to be made on that. Reverse here, a little bit of a cycle going now. Bears looking to cycle the puck and get control of it, and they do. Isabel Boyd will move the puck back to Rachel Kane. Over to Prue, shot right in the breadbasket. Good positional save by Morgan Miller. Bears again moving the puck around the perimeter, very strong. Good solid passes, getting a shot, a clear shot that time. Not a lot of bodies in front of Miller. She was able to see it nicely and hold on for the face-off. To her left. 7:27 to go here in the second period. The Chatham Cougars lead the game by 1. Good quick wrist shot by Prue from the point off of that face-off is gloved down and held on to by Miller for the face-off. Bears will get a partial change. No, now get a full change. Tegan Konishnik will come out with Mills and Purdy for this offensive zone face-off. Face-off will be won by the Bears, but picked up by the Cougars. Good solid skating there, working hard to try to challenge that call. Was number 18. That was Morgan Black. Fast skater from Mars, PA. Challenging that puck to see if she could beat it down the ice. She wasn't able to do it, so it was an icing call. Back to the point now. Shot by Clifford off to the side. There's going to be a penalty now on number 23. That's going to be Kunkelman. That will go off and clean up. There was a possibility for a rebound there, but she stayed with her check and actually cleaned it up a little bit aggressively now, as the Bears will have a power play. Let's see who they come on with in this offensive zone faceoff. Victoria Prue and Victoria Prue and Jalen Castro will be out there, along with Marandola, Rebecca Kane, and Clifford. Pressure now by the Chatham team. Shot from the point off to the side. Thought it went in. Bratton will come down. Shot off to the side. Crowd thought that went in. Referee was right there to wave it away. Must have hit the side of the net. The netting did move for sure. 1:28 to go in the power play here, as the Bears will come down. Pass on the blue line, dumped in by Marandola, picked up by Clifford. Clifford will move the puck back to Kane. Kane over to Prue. In the slot area, shot and save. That was Clifford who had the backhander. Miller stayed with it, had to kick out the leg. Kane with it. Shot off to the side, looking for the open net. It was there briefly, but Rebecca couldn't get her stick on the puck. Off to the side, quick shot. Not a lot on it from Castro. Kind of fluttered towards the net. It was blocked anyway. Quick shot. That puck is in. Shot came from the point, and the Bears will tie it. Victoria Prue will take the shot. Not sure if that was touched by Marandola or not. Have to wait for the official scoring, but Victoria Prue took the shot. That's going to be a power play marker. I believe that's the second power play of the year for the Bears, as they have tied it here with 5:46 to go in the second period. Here we go again. We'll wait for the official scoring if I can hear it. Two goals. I believe Marandola is going to get credit for the goal. That would have been a redirect. Here comes Jessica Bullock down with a head of steam. She's going to take a shot, went short side. Blocker save. Bullock now looking for a pass. Power play stays on the. Well, no, that wasn't the power play. They just had to run out the time on the clock. Face-off will be in the Bears zone here. They didn't clean up that clock, I don't believe. That was a power play goal. The time should have come off the clock, and it did not, and the referees did not pick it up. Face-off to the right of Perron. Schmier will take a shot, gaining some ice, skates to her right, decides to peel off. Didn't take a shot, passed it back. Schmier has it now, tried to direct it towards the net. Bears will knock it down. Into the corner with it is Elise Clifford. She'll tip it by, get it out to the point. Glove down by Perron. That was Visco who tried to clear the zone. Olivia Visco, the sophomore from West Seneca, New York, was not able to clear it. So the shot got towards Magali Perron, and she was able to hold on. So the Bears will change now. It's going to be Konishnik out there for the face-off, along with Josie Purdy and Megan Mills. Purdy will give chase. Mills now over on the side of the board. Purdy will knock it towards the corner as the Cougars will try to regroup and make a breakout pass, and they do. Mueller has it now. She's got a goal this afternoon for the Cougars. Takes the line. Shot towards the net. Good side, good look there. But that went high and wide. Kunkelman has the puck on the point to the corner. Bears will try to clear, and they do. Higgins with it. That's off the pads. Kunkelman throws it in. Icing is waved off. Bears will reverse it. Looking for a clean breakout. They have it now. Coming down the left-hand side is Mills. Mills will take a shot, looking short side, saved by Miller. Mills staying on the forecheck, along with Mirandola out there, skating with good energy. Off to the side, puck is dipped towards the corner. Clifford forces the play in the corner. Controlled by the Cougars ever so briefly. They get it back again. Puck is steered off to the side by Perron. McTavish looks for the wide wing. Schmier, the defender, comes up with the puck. Clark putting pressure. Good pivot by Jessica Bullock as she moves the puck here. Here goes the 2-on-1 coming down. Shot, rebound in the slot area. Good heavy shot by Rebecca Kane. Gave a little bit of a trouble to Miller. Came off to the side. A little bit of pressure here by the Bears before the mess is cleaned up in front by the Cougars as they were able to exit. Clifford has it now, looking to dump it towards the goal. This may be icing call. That's going to be waved off. 1:53 to go in the second period. The game's tied at 1. The Bears have come back and get that game tied. That's Mirandola that would get that redirect off the Victoria Prue shot from the point. Good work there. Heavy, good movement. That's Whiteside with a good couple of moves in the neutral zone. Getting a shot on the goal, forcing Miller on the save. Edwards towards the net, redirected just off the far side. Didn't make it all the way that way, but Paradis on the forecheck. There goes Edwards, shot from the high point. High slot. I mean, that was Whiteside actually. Edwards pinched in. Could have been a body check there, no call. Good exit of the zone by the Cougars. They're going back in now. Schmier has to get it. Goes to her defensive partner Higgins on the quick breakout. Bears will turn it over quickly in the neutral zone. Force the play. Got some fresh legs out there now. Visco on the forecheck along with Gamberg. Visco will get it. Ridden off the play by McTavish. Back to the point. Good, solid shot by Bullock. 28 seconds to go in the period. Rachel Kane will go back for it now. Get the puck out. Here comes Gamberg over towards that loose puck. 2-on-2 situation. Shot towards an opportunity for a shot. That was Visco who had the shot, looked away. And they will clear now. Loda with it to Wiley. 4 seconds to go. Bears will clear the zone, and that's the way we're going to end this period with a 1-1 tie. It was a power play goal by Alyssa Mirandola, I believe, that would knot this game up. The Bears getting a power play marker. Kunkelman had gone into the box on a body check, and the Bears were able to capitalize on that on the power play. Tie game. This is the way we were looking at it last night. So the game was tied last night at the end of the second period. We weren't able to see a goal in the third period or decide the eventual outcome of the game till into a shootout. I'm hoping that it doesn't go that far this afternoon, and I'm sure Chatham is hoping that it doesn't go that far this afternoon, as they'd like to get on the road at an earlier time and make it their way back towards Pittsburgh. But we're going to take a break now. We'll be back in about 12 minutes or so to talk about what's coming up in the weeks ahead for Bears hockey. So join us back here in about 12 minutes. And welcome back to Maxey Hall. We're just about 2.5 minutes before the start of the third period. We're locked in a 1-1 tie here. These teams have been playing, very close hockey over the last greater than 5 periods, I will tell you. But for right now, the statistics in this game had the Cougars jumping out to a 1-goal lead at 5:35. It was Kiara Mueller that would pick up her 5th of the year, with Isabella Alsop making that fine pass as she would pick up her 5th assist. The Bears would come back and tie it at 14-14 of the second period, where Alyssa Marandola would pick up a power play marker. The shot came from Victoria Prue at the point, and Jalen Castro would pick up the secondary assist. Shots on goal in the second period had the Bears outshooting the Cougars to the tune of 15-7 shots on goal, 27-15 for the 2 period totals. Penalties in the second period had Bratton going off for the Cougars for roughing, and then it would be Kunkelman that would go off for roughing as well. That was the penalty that resulted in the power play that the Bears would score on. As we mentioned before, this is the face-off against cancer. The Don Litzelman Foundation, the beneficiary of this effort here this afternoon. The Bears are in their purple jerseys as they recognize the challenge of that deadly disease, and certainly supported by the recovery of Megan Mills, who is a cancer survivor herself. The Bears will be back in action here next week on Friday afternoon, when they will face league competitor, that would be Oswego Lakers, at 3 o'clock on Friday, and then with the rivalry of Canton, that would be at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Sunyak standings right now have Plattsburgh in first, with William Smith in second, tied with Oswego in second place. But Cortland, Potsdam, and and Canton are all tied for a playoff spot currently. We're off and running here in this third period, as the puck is dropped and the Bears are back in their own zone to pick up the puck. That is going to be an icing call, as it was flipped high in the air, and it's going to go all the way back into the Chatham zone to the right of the very fine goaltender Morgan Miller, who has been just a standout here in both games so far. Face-off win by the Bears. Comes out of the zone. It was Rachel Kane that tried to pivot there, lost control of it. Up along the sidewall, the Cougars will look to move it D to D, trying to get some speed through the neutral zone. The pass does not connect, and good move by Rachel Kane. She lost an edge as she was able to make a couple of good moves in the neutral zone. She's going to come off. I'm wondering if her skate is bothering her. Elise Clifford kept the puck in. Bears on the forecheck, featuring a 2-1-2 forecheck system here. Back to the point. Clifford cannot keep the puck in. Dishes off to Jessica Bullock, who will take the puck, and that's steered to the side off the blocker of goaltender Morgan Miller. Bears have control of it. In the corner. Better defensive play, as we've been talking about here, by the Cougars in this second game. They've been very stingy, especially in front of the net. It took a power play marker to finally get on the boards for the Bears, even though the Bears have outshot the Cougars not as badly as last night, but certainly a marked difference in the shots on goal here. Puck in the corner. Clifford will gain control of it. Marandola now with the puck over in the corner, comes back to Jessica Bullock, who will go weak side. Clifford will reverse it again. Nice play by Clifford, looking for a stretch pass. That's going to be knocked down at the blue line. Bullock will take some ice. She's got some good speed, likes to skate with the puck. Knocked away, good active stick. Knocked the puck away from her. She continued on with the forecheck. Bear player taking down into the boards, not requiring a penalty. Mueller with it, looking for a reverse pass. Bears a little passive on their defensive play there. Puck comes back to the point. That's going to be Edwards that gets the shot. Moves it back to Prue. Prue had an assist on that power play marker. She pivots around, looks to make an exit play. Coming through, that's Lease with speed. Edwards tosses it back to Prue. Indirect pass coming up off the boards. Not able to be handled. This is going to be an icing call now, as Jessica Bullock will get back and offer a touch up there, but that was unnecessary as it was the icing call. 16:32 to go in the third period. We're knotted at 1. Face off to the left of goaltender Miller. Puck is knocked deep. Gamberg looking for the reverse pass. Out there in front, Lee's had a stick on it. Miller made the save. Shot, Gamberg right over top of the crossbar. Another good look there by the Bears. Possession down below. Good defensive play there to break up that pass in the offensive zone. Puck is going to be knocked all the way down the ice. That's going to be another icing call here. Bears with some good pressure here in this third period. Down low, Lease had a good look at the puck, but a save by Miller kept this game tied. Face off to her left with 16:05 to go in the third period. It's going to be the Konechnik line out there with Purdy and Megan Mills. Back to the point. Kane over to Bullock. Shot, looking for a redirect. Mills couldn't get her stick on it. Up along the sidewall. Chatham will win the battle as they come through the neutral zone with speed, going for a full-scale change, as the Bears will try a long stretch pass themselves, not connecting. Kunkelman was there to knock it off to the side. Bears will look for a tip pass, knocked back in the corner. Bullock with it. She will reverse it, coming up the sidewall. Kane tried to clear. Kane to Bullock. Bullock looking for an exit pass. Konechnik looking over towards a vacant wing. This is now going to be an opportunity for a change, as the whistle was blown and knocked dead as there was contact over by the Chatham bench. 15:03 to go here. It's going to be the Marandola line out there with Kane and Castro. Castro had 2 goals last night. She's the leading goal scorer on this club with 6 goals on the season. Puck out in front. An errant pass, kind of awkwardly steered to the front, unexpectedly challenging Miller to come up with the puck, but she did and held on for the face-off. Men's team got beat last night down in Saratoga. They'll look to rebound tonight in Plattsburgh with their Sunyak game here. Good look by Edwards to get the puck through the pressure at the point and force the pass deep in the zone so the Bears can establish a forecheck. Again, we talk about it. It is a 2-1-2. Shot deflected over the crossbar. Back to the point with it. Marandola finds Clifford. Clifford looks over towards Edwards. Pass tried to find the stick of Marandola. It was tipped to the side. Back to the point. Clifford with it now. Shot made it all the way to the net. Edwards will come in and press on the pinch. Bears having some pressure now. They looks like just a little bit of a slower attempt in the defensive zone by the Cougars. Shot made it all the way to the net, and that's going to be held on to by Miller as she shuts it down. Didn't like what she was seeing there. A little bit of a slower pace to the defensive coverage on that particular area by the Cougars. The Bears taking advantage of it, getting a couple of good looks. Whiteside on the face-off. The Bears will win it. Back to Kane. She'll take the shot. A little bit of a redirect, doesn't make it all the way to the net. Back to Kane again. She'll just dump it in the corner. Bears possess it. High in the zone. It does squirt out. Kane will have it. Dump it back in. Paradis forcing the play to the wide side. That's Isabel Boyd with it now. Out in front, Paradis had the puck. Just missed it on the far side. Steered it off to the side. Paradis skates over the puck. It's Prue that shoots it. That goes wide. Bears with some good pressure now. Boyd, good work behind the net. Bears will keep it in. Prue with a shot from the point. That makes it all the way to Miller, who holds on for the face-off. Good zone time for the Bears in the last two shifts. They will bring out the Gamberg line. That's going to be Visco and Lease up on the supporting wingers. Bears will keep control of it. Lease will dump it towards the corner. McTavish comes down looking for a pass through the slot area. It's kept in at the point by Higgins. Clifford tries to get it out, and she does. She will continue on with the forecheck from her defensive positioning. Has to hurry up and get back. Her defensive position is held on to by Gamberg. Filling nicely on the shift. Visco with it. Coming up to Lease. Lease will take the line, drop it back to Gamberg. Gamberg has a look. Good shot from about 45 feet. Right in the breadbasket of the goaltender Miller, who had no trouble holding on to that. 12:05 to go in the third period. We still remain tied at 1. Face-off won by the Bears. Shot is knocked to the side. Knocked away. That's Mills. Bears have to tag up. Breakout play coming here. Knocked down into the zone. That's Josie Purdy who got that pass intercepted into the and threw the puck into the offensive zone. Mara Edwards has it. Looks to make a play D to D in her own zone. She's been very solid on the back line here today. Rebecca Kane had this puck knocked off her stick. Mueller comes in, tries to use her body to get a leverage. Kept in at the blue line by Jelena. Very, very good work by the defender Jelena from Chatham to keep that puck in the zone. Marandola will dump it back. That's Rachel Kane with it as she moves it up. Wide wing pass looking for Rebecca. Rachel Kane is going to pinch in, trying to keep the puck in the zone. Chatham will break out. That's the number 12. That is Shannon. Kylie Shannon, who had a good rush there. Scrum in the corner. Referees yelling, move it, move it, move it. Puck finally squirts loose, barely, briefly. Goes to the weak side. Bullock will go to pick it up. Squeaks by. Oh, opportunity there goes awry, as it is now Kane who dumps it down a bit, and the Bears will get a full-scale change. They'll bring the Whiteside line out. Close checking here in the early going as we approach the second half of the third period. We're into the second half of the third period with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go. That's going to be an icing call as the face-off will go back in towards the Chatham end. Mentioned before, we'll be back in action next Friday. We'll do it a couple of times here, but next Friday at 3 o'clock, Oswego will be in town. That will be a league contest. And then on Saturday at 3, the Bears will be facing SUNY Canton, also a league contest. Nice look there as Boyd was in the right in front of the net, and she did get her stick on for a deflection, but a good save by Miller. Puck was dumped in, no icing on this one as Edwards will go back for it. Chatham gets a change, looking for a full-scale pass, or a stretch pass that is, and that's going to be an icing call with 9:05 to go. Puck will come back into the Bears zone. So it's going to be the Whiteside unit out there with Paradis and Isabel Boyd. Mara Edwards, the fine defender there from Kingston, Ontario, along with Elise Clifford. Bears can't clear. Puck in the slot area, shot! Dangerous shot by number 37. That's Clark. That's Chelsea Clark, who had a good shot right from the interior hash marks. She went high on goaltender Magali Perron, but Perron got the glove on it. McTavish unit out there now on the faceoff. That's Clark who will take the faceoff. Bears will get it up on the sidewall, try to clear it, cannot. Puck is dumped back in, steered to the side. Give and go behind the goal line now, and there's Clifford. Puck rolling just a little bit, but able to get the puck to Gamberg, who has good speed coming down the left-hand side, ridden off the play by McTavish. Puck comes out in front, but the Chatham Cougars steer the puck towards Miller, and she holds on for the face-off with 8:17 to go in the third period. Face-off to her right. It's going to be Gamberg on the face-off for the Bears. Bears will win it. Puck is dumped in by Visco. Wide wing pass. Puck is dumped in. No icing. Victoria Prue will go back and get it. Throws it around the wall. Picked up. Nice tip. Gamberg will pick it up. Go to the far side for the pass. Rebecca Kane couldn't quite catch up with it. Grogan has it. Takes the line. Looking for a pass. Covered by the Bears defense. Throws it towards the net, but it's Mueller on the far side that will gain control. Poke check by Gamberg in the far face-off circle. Mueller with a good move. She has the goal for the Cougars here today. Pass out in front. Back to Grogan. Shot fakes it. Mueller in the high area. Takes the shot. That was a heavy shot. Just missed the glove side. Pressure now by Chatham. Redirect in front, and that's a goal. They had the pressure, and I believe that's going to be the goal will go to number 10, Kiera Mueller. She has been a solid performer in both nights here. and I believe she will get credit for the goal. 7:01 to go in the third period, and Chatham has taken a 1-goal lead on that even strength goal by Kiera Mueller. Bears are going to have to scramble back. They've scrambled back all night long, down by a goal on 2 separate occasions last night. And again here today, they did get the first goal of the game, but it ended up getting tied. So I will correct myself. It was Mueller who got the first goal of the game. So in fact, they did have to come back before Marandola would get the tying goal. Mueller would get her second goal of the game, I do believe. Clifford takes the quick snapper out from outside the blue line, just dumps it in so she can change. Turnover. Potsdam will score! A turnover, and again the Bears come back to tie it. That's going to be Paradis that would get that marker to get that tying goal. A beautiful play, a turnover, and a good quick snapshot high over the glove for Coralie Paradis. The freshman from Montreal gets that tying marker with 6:06 to go, just under a minute, and the Bears come back to get that one. Whiteside's unit against the McTavish line. Puck will be dumped in. Let's see if the Bears can get a little energy off of that goal here and get this thing done in regulation. Boyd looked for the pass. Bears almost getting caught in the change. Clark on the forecheck for the Cougars. Bears with a good reversal. Edwards moves the puck up. Tip pass off the boards is finally gathered in by Bullock, I believe. Bears have it. Back to the point. That's Bullock with a shot. That was Marandola earlier. She's 19, not 18. So Marandola with good solid play here tonight has a power play marker. Puck in the slot area. Good look. Shot by Whiteside. I'm not sure if it made it all the way to the net or not, but a good look right in the slot area. Bears are finding some holes in the seams here. That defensive coverage, which has been stellar all night by the Chatham Cougars, has a little bit of vulnerability here in this third period. 4:32 to go. Game tied at 2. Whiteside on the face-off for the Bears. To the right of Miller. Face-off win cleanly. Back to the point. Clifford has it. Wanted to take the shot, but Clark was forcing it, so she dumped it into the corner. Nice thought process by Clifford. She's been solid on the point for the Bears here this afternoon. Shot and save. Miller will fight to get control of that rebound and was able to secure it. Face off again inside the zone of the Cougars from Chatham. Whiteside remains on the face-off. She had a clean face-off win last time. Let's see what happens here. Chatham player gets sent away. Another face-off win back to the point. Edwards just steers it down to the corner. Good coverage in front of the net. Bears trying to get loose. Stick is knocked away from Boyd, I believe. Shot from the slot area. Mueller with it now again. She's been all over the place here this afternoon. Good player. Alsop has the cycle. Gets the puck over towards the corner. Good play by Clifford to ride her out. Bears will get control of it. Nice look here as the Bears try to get it out. Whiteside looking for a pass. Bears couldn't connect. 3:22 to go in this third period, tied at 2. Lotta will dump it in. Victoria Prue first to the puck. Rachel Kane will go to the weak side. Prue will try to get control of it. Kane with it. Skating, looking for some ice, looking for a pass into the neutral zone. That's Mills looking for a drop pass. Nobody there as Kane will keep the puck in. Mills fighting for possession as well. Puck comes back out. Konechnik had it briefly and the puck is dumped back in. Mills will force the play in the corner. Ridden off the play by the defender from Chatham. Bears trying to dump it in here with 2:18 to go. Game tied at 2. Marandola on the ice right now. That's going to be an icing call with 2:10 to go. Been a good game here this afternoon. Very competitive on the weekends. Obviously, you don't have to be a genius to figure that one out. With a shootout victory last night for the Bears. And here we are tied again. Who knows how long this one will go this afternoon. Face off to the left of Magali Perron. She's been solid in the goal today, as always. Nice look there by Clifford, patient with the puck to make a fine exit pass. Knocked in by Rebecca Kane. Marandola gets it. That whole thing was started by the patience of a nice pass. Puck back to the point. Over to Bullock. Bullock steers it towards the net, but again, solid play by the white shirts in front, taking the body. Nice look. Very nice play there by Elise Clifford, finding the stick of Castro. Just a really nice look as she was able to turn around and get a bit of a backhand on the puck there, but a good play by Miller. But that was a really nice look by Clifford, just to, instead of taking the hard pass, instead of taking the hard shot, made a nice pass. 1:22 to go here. Play out in front. Save had to be made on that tough redirect by Clark right in the slot area. Here goes Whiteside. Oh, tried to make it up here. This could be an icing call, and it will be. 1:06 to go. Whiteside with some speed just tried to move it up to her forward partner there. Don't know if that would have been, I think that was Paradis that was up, just couldn't quite catch up to it. I like this line combination out here. Whiteside has been outstanding on the face-off. She loses that one. Face-off out to the side. Clark played the puck off the end boards, almost got it on the rebound from the boards. Bears trying to clear. Prue will have it, getting the puck up to the neutral zone. 49 seconds here as the Bears tried to establish a forecheck. That's Kunkelman who will make the exit pass. Wide wing. Here comes the Cougars down. Clark, dying seconds, 36 seconds to go in the third period. Mueller has it. 29 seconds. This is an established 2-on-1 coming down. Shot. Oh, save. That was Castro who had the shot. Miller wasn't able to control the rebound. Another shot from the point, a redirect there. Can't keep the puck in. We're going to go to extra play here again for the second night unless the Bears can score in 6 seconds, 4 seconds. Shot towards the net, that's going to go wide, and we're looking forward to overtime hockey here again today. 2 days in a row. Identical scores going into this overtime. It was 2-2 last night, and it is 2-2 here today. The Bears were having to come back to tie the game on both occasions. It'd be interesting to see the statistics, but I believe that Kira Mueller has both goals today, but I'll have to wait and see what the specifics of that are. But it was going to be Coralie Paradis that will end up getting that tying goal. So coming back twice, Marandola would get the power play marker to tie it at 1, and it would be Paradis that would get the tying marker that would tie it at 2. 3-on-3 hockey. We'll see how that turns out. I was going to look towards last night's, if I can see it here. The Bears would outshoot the Cougars in overtime last night 11-4. So the difference maker in the game last night certainly was Miller, and I would say that Morgan Miller would be the difference maker here today, albeit supported by a much improved defensive system inside the defensive end. We're just about 40 seconds away. We'll see who comes out with the offensive opportunities for both teams here. 3-on-3 hockey. That's an enjoyable game, actually. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'd rather see the game end in a tie after 3-on-3 than having to go to a shootout. The shootout here really won't mean anything because this is a non-league game, so I'm not going to say it's pointless, but it actually is. So we're going to have Black will be out there along with Jelena, and it looks like Taylor for the Cougars, and the Bears will counter with Castro, Marandola, and Jessica Bullock. Bullock will get the puck. Remember last night there was a penalty and the Bears would end up in a 4-on-3 opportunity. No goal was scored, but there was a power play last night in the 3-on-3 contest. Puck looked to make Marandola looked to make a wide pass back to Castro on the point. Puck is going to be dropped to Castro. She's going to come in, and she's going to bury it. That's an overtime victory. Nice pass by Marandola, I believe, on the reversal, and that got onto the stick of the Potsdam leading scorer, Jalen Castro. And she would make no mistake about that one, as that was just about 32 seconds into overtime for that overtime victory for the Bears. That's her 7th of the year, and that was a beautiful pass for the Bears to get that overtime victory here against a very game opponent here in the Chatham Cougars. The Bears will be in action next Friday, as we've talked about, as Oswego comes to town. And they will be here against Canton on Saturday as well. So we're going to call it a day here. That's going to be the leading scorer for the Bears, Jalen Castro, who will get the overtime marker at 32 seconds of the overtime stanza. Thankfully, we didn't have to go the full route, but the Bears will get that victory. That will tie them with the overall record of 6-2 on the season, and they will be off and running into Suniac hockey next weekend. So for Dan Bronson and everybody here at Potsdam, it's a victorious day for the Bears with that 3-2 victory over the Chatham Cougars. This is John Horan saying goodbye.